What is going on, guys? I'm going to give this YouTube live here a couple minutes to see if anyone is able to drop into this YouTube live video, and we'll get started with today's video. I'm going to bring this up a bit, just get everything all set up. All right. All right, guys, so it doesn't appear like anyone's here, which is fine. You know, probably most people are still at work. It is a Friday, and let's just get started with a few things that I'm going to get off my chest before we get into the giveaway and how that works. Obviously, welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Vince Warburton, and this is VW Fitness. We don't have graphics. We are live. All right, so let's get to it, guys. Let's talk about goals, updates for the channel, and just kind of everything that's been going on. First off, Happy New Year to everyone. I hope you guys all had a fun, safe, and productive New Year. Hopefully you hit the gym. It's going to get crazy, guys. Everyone's going to be back in there, as we know. So, you know, obviously I'm here to take questions as well. If you guys have any questions, obviously, please put them up on screen. We'll go from there. But, so, yeah, let's get to it. Basically, next week, guys, I leave for France. I'm going to be in France for just over a week. That is a vacation, it's not for work. So in terms of any sort of samples and in terms of any orders of bottles going out, they just unfortunately will not be going out. My upload schedule will go back to normal ideally next week. So Mondays and Thursdays, 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure that you guys have that bell turned on for notifications. Obviously, I'm going to pre-shoot those, and I'll just upload them and have them ready to go so that you guys have them. They are going to be non-stim to start off because I have been on a stim break. I will say that this is probably one of the worst stim breaks I have ever gone on, and it's due to the fact that I'm an idiot and I haven't taken a stim break in way too long. So in terms of that, I highly advise that you guys always try to do a stim break every at least like 3 months. I mean, I'm over 9 months of no stim breaks, so that's on me. The headaches have been really bad. You know, the grogginess and sleepiness has been absolutely terrible. You know, I've had to take naps pretty much every single day. The last 10 days I'm on, I've got about 4 or 5 more days. Right when I get to France is kind of when I'll introduce some caffeine back into my diet, or at least coffee and pre-workouts. I've not taken any pre-workout in terms of caffeinated. I have been taking some natural like green bean coffee extract with some caffeine. I was doing coffee until I realized, holy smokes, there's like upwards of like 350 milligrams of caffeine in that coffee. So yeah, always check your labels there. But anyway, back to the point, guys. Some other exciting news here. We are moving. And some of you guys may have already known that, but I've kind of waited to announce that publicly on the channel. But myself and Katie are actually moving to Austin, Texas, here at the basically in like 3 weeks. So essentially right when we get back from France, we got to pack up this apartment, put it into a pod, it ships out, and then we drive across the country. It'll take us probably about 2 days to get to Austin, Texas. We have a house kind of lined up. We have a ton more space, 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath, like much bigger than what we're in right now. And we're really excited for that. So I hope you guys are excited for it. Obviously that second room, guys, it's going to be the YouTube studio. So I'm super stoked for what we're going to be able to do in there and bringing more content. Obviously we have a 2-car garage as well. So potentially maybe try to buy some gym equipment and do some workouts in the garage. I know it gets pretty hot in Austin. This is my first time living in Austin. I'm not from there, not from Texas. Originally from Idaho, so I'm kind of used to like all 4 seasons. I've heard that Austin summers are absolutely insane, but we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. Austin is definitely a cool town, and if any of you guys are out in that area, make sure you hit me up. Always looking for cool gyms to go to, and obviously work out with more people. I love gym partners, and yeah, hitting it. So with that being said, with the move immediately after getting back from France, it's going to be pretty insane. So uploads probably might get a little messed up towards the end of the month, but I will say this, guys, just bear with me because I promise you come February, we will be back on that normal schedule consistently. I didn't want to start 2020 off like this. It wasn't really my plan. There was a plan potentially to do a sweet collab with the Review Bros out in Europe. Unfortunately, they were not able to make it. They've got some work things to get to, and totally understandable. I do plan on trying to maybe do a vlog out in France. I do plan on trying to work out in France. In terms of uploading and doing those sort of things, though, while I'm there, it's just very difficult. The Wi-Fi or as they call it, the Wi-Fi, is absolutely terrible. At least from the last time I was out there, it just never worked, and it was very, very slow. So trying to get like a 4K video up, just not going to happen. So yeah, that's in terms of the uploads, and in terms of the channel, guys, just kind of updates there. Yeah, in terms of the website and kind of, you know, bottles and samples and all those sort of things, we still have the top 5 pre-workouts, guys. I am starting to get pretty low on honestly the pre-caged and the ESP Extreme, because I've sent out a ton of that stuff. So I am starting to get low on that, so just kind of a heads up there. Samples are $5, guys. It literally just covers the cost of shipping and like the bag that it comes in and the bags that like I put the supplements in. So I'm not making any money off that. That's not like legitimately I'm paying for your guys' shipping, and I make like $1.40 to pay for the bag and the bags that everything goes into, my labels, all that sort of stuff. So just the heads up there that like it's bare bones there. I'm not taking any money from that. Do make sure you guys pick up your VW Fitness Shaker Cup. $8, guys, right now. I am trying to liquidate those, obviously, because we are moving. I would love to get rid of a bunch of them. I'm going to start doing some giveaways probably over the next few weeks. I'm going to try to, obviously, while I'm in town. But yeah, giveaways. I need to get these things out of my house so that I can move. And, you know, with that being said, guys, I haven't really been pushing the product a ton. I don't really believe in it. I don't know. I'm not really like a sales kind of person where I'm like, hey, I'm a social media influencer. I'm on YouTube. Buy my stuff. Like, let's be honest. It's just like sometimes it works. This product is not about the product itself. It's more buying into the brand and buying into what I'm here to do for you guys, and that's educate and give back. I said this about my channel. I recently just started making a little bit of cash from YouTube, and we're gonna talk some business here. I don't really talk about this a ton, and I'm gonna open up about it right now. So, you know, I told you guys how much I make off samples. 0, okay? I make a little bit of money off of the bottles if you guys do buy them, and that money goes right back into the channel. And when I say that, what that means is literally I take that money and it sits in its own account, because technically VW Fitness is its own business. It's an actual LLC. And so that money sits in an account, and then literally I use that money and I buy more supplements to review. And then obviously I send you guys out samples of said products. So really it's like a round and round. The money goes right back to you guys. I'm not making any money off this. Like, seriously, this is not how I make money. I have a full-time job working in television, and that's how I make my ends meet. I wish I could say that YouTube pays me enough to not have to do my full-time job, even though I kind of love it. But it is what it is. So that's kind of the business front, guys, is like, I literally want to give back to you guys more in 2020. That's kind of a big goal for me, is to try to do more giveaways. Whether that means I buy the product out of my own pocket and I give it to you guys. Like, honestly, this product came out before I was really making any money, and it's been sitting on the shelf for months. It's legitimately unopened. Okay, that leads me into the giveaway, guys. Legitimately unopened here, okay? I will say this about this product, okay? I think it's like $60, and unfortunately, because it has the glycer pump at 2 grams per 2 scoops, guys, I'm obviously in San Diego. There's a fair amount of humidity here, but this thing is hard as a rock. And I'll even grab, I'm gonna grab the other one here that I have, just to show you that, like, I've had questions about this before on other people that I've sent samples to, but it is hard as a rock. If you guys take a look in here, yeah, you can see it. It's like not powdery. That's just what happens when the moisture gets in here and it condenses and it just clumps, okay? So what you have to do is legitimately take a knife and like cut it up. It's pretty insane. That's how I've had to get actually the pre-workout out. I mean, if I scrape in here, if you guys can see, yeah, you just, no, it's just not gonna happen. So just a heads up that when you do receive this, like I can feel it right now, it's hard as a rock in here. You can hear it. Okay, it's hard as a rock, so that is normal. That is not a bad thing. They've talked about this on Ghost Lifestyle's YouTube channel. It's not expired. The expiration date is May of 2021. Okay, so this is not a bad product, guys. It's literally, my first tub was like this, the second tub is like this, and I can guarantee the third tub's like this. So just a heads up there that it's not a bad product. It's just that glycer pump, it's sucking up the moisture And that's a good thing. I mean, honestly, that just kind of tells you like kind of how it somewhat works within the body, is that it is going to push more moisture, more water into your blood and into your muscles. So give you that good pump. So just kind of a heads up there with that. And obviously we'll ship out a free bottle. Just so if you put it in the fridge for a while, then when you take it out, chop it up, and then it should clump again. Yeah, totally. I mean, I literally put this into a blender out in Austin when I was out there visiting to try to chop this whole thing up. And it was great. It was nice and powdery. I put it in the fridge, and it pretty much kind of hardened back up. And then I took it out to San Diego, and it just, again, just clumpy clump. So just a heads up, though, it's not bad. I just want to make sure everyone knows that, because I've had a lot of questions about that when I send this out as a sample. They're like, is this bad? Is this not a good product? Is it supposed to be like that? It's very different from any other kind of pre-workout that I've seen, because the clumping is so extreme that I haven't seen it like that before. So just kind of heads up there. But yeah, guys, all you have to do to enter this, and I know some of you guys are coming from Instagram and coming over here, but all you have to do is go to my Instagram, the VW Fitness, and just like the post that I put up. Leave a like, leave a comment, giveaway 2020, and just share it to your profile. You don't have to tag anyone, you don't have to do anything special. There's not multiple entries, that sort of thing. It's just basically one set of things. I will randomize it. It's basically going to be from 1 to however many entries we get, and then I'm going to randomize, generate it, and then we'll just pick a winner. So I will ship this out, guys, international, okay? That's how crazy this is getting. I had a question like, I don't know, 30 minutes ago asking me if this was international or not. I know that my website personally, was not doing international samples. I am now, but I will say this. Can you comment? I mean, you can comment as many times as you want. Unfortunately, it's just one per person. I just know that this is like, I don't know. For me, I know when this released, it was such a cool product, and a lot of people wanted it, and it sold out really fast. Obviously, I think they'll probably end up doing like a V4. I don't know. Christian's been very inactive on social media. It's been kind of a joke. Is he even alive kind of thing. I know he's doing some big things this year, more than likely with Alpha Elite. He is still with Ghost. So I would imagine they do some sort of a collab for Summer Shredding 2020. Version 4, I don't know. We'll see. They've done a ton of launches. By the way, in terms of Ghost, they are doing a launch, Pina Colada here soon, of their Burn product. Just a heads up there. But yeah, I kind of lost track of where I was going here. But completely lost track. How long are you doing just pumps? Oh, okay. So in terms of stem break, I am pretty much wrapping that up this Wednesday. I kind of mentioned that at the very beginning of the video. But yeah, Wednesday, I'm kind of done. I leave for France. I really want to drink coffee when I'm in Europe. It's just obviously kind of a thing. And yeah, that's kind of my thing. It would be 2 weeks officially of a no pre-workout break. I'm not going to say that it was completely stem-free because I have taken some cups of coffee and I have done this Cage Muscle caffeine, which is 200 milligrams of organic green coffee bean caffeine. And you know, it's unfortunate that I'm having to take this, but like I said at the very beginning of the video, like the headaches, the grogginess, everything has been absolutely terrible with this stem break. I have not taken any pre-workouts though, other than the pump. You know, I've taken the NitroFlex. Really, NitroFlex is kind of what I've been taking the last 7, 8, 9 days, however long it's been. 2 scoops of this. I have gotten some great pumps from this. I did a full review. This was my last review I did on the Review Miss. And honestly, over the course of the days after that following, this is actually a really good product. I'm really happy with this. It tastes a little funky. It foams up a lot. There ends up being a bunch left over after I get home from the gym, and like the shaker cup still has some. But honestly, I think this is a pretty good product. Obviously, I've got 2 more pump products, and I will address those here, like I said, in the next couple weeks. Probably this upcoming Monday and Thursday will be the 2 pump products, and then I do have a couple pre-workouts that I ordered from Natural Body that I'd like to get to as well. So yeah, I think that's it. Any questions, comments, concerns? I don't know. I'm just kind of here. I know I said I was going to take a break. Have you taken or heard of Vaso Blitz? Reach out to them. I'm sure they'd hook you up, especially for a review. Yeah, I actually did reach out to them. So that's something I'll kind of talk about here is I get a lot of requests, obviously, for different products to be reviewed. And I do reach out to these companies via Instagram typically. And I know a lot of companies, it's usually 50-50. Some of the companies respond really well, or they at least see the message, which is great about Instagram. At least I can creep and know that they looked at it. And then there's other companies that just don't look at Instagram messages, or it shows up in their like other inbox and they don't really read those messages because they're like huge, you know, hundreds of thousands of you know, subscribers or followers. So I do reach out to them, and I'll just be honest, like the majority of them, thanks to you, I went and bought taking 5 a day. Nice. Creatine, 5 grams, creatine monohydrate. Now, I'll get back to that in a sec, but yeah, a lot of companies just don't get back to me. And I do follow up, and I'm like, hey, I reached out to you. Like I'll just say it, I reached out to Rise, okay? RYSE. They told me to hit up their CEO, and I reached out to him. He unfortunately has not read my message. I reached back out to Rise's main account on Instagram, and they saw my message but never got back to me. So I just kind of write it off. I mean, I don't have a ton of time, and I'm just not that great with Instagram. I'll be honest, guys, I'm 31. Like, I'm technically still a millennial, but I'm just like the YouTube and the video creating, and that's what I love to do. And reaching out to companies, like honestly, at the end of the day, it's easier almost for me, and it sounds silly, but literally I'll just go buy the product myself, and just do that. Because like I said, if you guys buy the shaker cups, if you guys, you know, receive samples, if you guys watch the videos, you guys are supporting me, which allows me to go out and buy those products and then give it back to you guys by, you know, sending you guys out samples and doing that sort of thing. So, and doing these giveaways, which like I said, I want to do that a ton more. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of where we're at with, you know, reaching out to companies. And I don't want you guys to think like I just ignore it, or, you know, it's not on my list. I literally write these out as you guys comment or whatever. And I literally write like when I reach out to them and if they even get back to me. And a lot of them just don't get back to me. You know, as the channel grows, I'm sure we'll start to get some more, you know, free products and whatnot. But again, for me, it's more about spending money and buying product, being unbiased. You know, when they send products to me for free, it you know, it influences you no matter what. You can say that it doesn't, but I think that's bullshit. You're receiving a product for free. I mean, you're gonna feel good about it because you didn't have to pay for it yourself. You know, when you have to spend your hard-earned money, I think it kind of shows through, and you can be a little bit more brutally honest about things, and not really feel like you have to say something at least positive, even if there's some negative. So yeah, in terms of the creatine, definitely 5 grams. I've been taking the CreaClear, just micro-encapsulated creatine. It's 5 grams per scoop. I literally do 1 scoop a day. I don't load this. I've been on creatine before, not cage muscles necessarily. I did concrete when I first started lifting, and that's an HCl hydrochloride creatine. I think that's a solid creatine. I didn't really, I've done crealkaline. I don't really notice a huge difference, to be honest with you, between monohydrate and HCl and crealkaline and all these other sort of, you know, better absorption creatines. I know that there's a lot of research that shows that, but for me personally, like, creatine's so cheap, and taking 5 grams is pretty easy. So I definitely like to just take this cage muscle, and this stuff mixes up incredibly fast and incredibly clear. Like, you cannot see it, which is great. And, you know, it's been good. Yeah, 5 grams, CreaClear, cage muscle, solid. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Anyone tried any samples that they've liked or disliked? I mean, I try to send you guys out some extras, I'll be honest. That's not because I'm trying to get rid of stuff. It's because I want you guys to try different things, have multiple different options. And, you know, like I said, I'm here to give back, guys. That's really what it's about. The channel's not about me and like me trying to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'll email Matt to send you one. They hooked me up multiple times, especially when I was on a budget or busy with treatment. My son, they send me free. That's awesome, man. I'd love it. I mean, like I said, I would love to receive products. I think it's great. I've literally reached out to so many companies. I've been trying to get my hands on a lot of products that I you know, other review channels have done. and I don't know how they're getting in touch with them. I don't know if the channel's too small. I don't really know, but I don't really care. Like I said, at the end of the day, I really want to build the channel organically. I want to be, honest and open with you guys about how it works. A live version of Free Falling. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, we haven't done, I'll address this because I know a lot of people probably don't know about it. Have you tried the barbell brigades? I have not. I will check that out. That one sounds similar to, what it feels, if just reading your comment, it just feels like potentially another Euphoria, David Lade kind of thing. I do know Barbell Brigade. I mean, they're up in LA. I never actually went to that gym when I lived there, but I do know where it's at. I'll check that out. I'll maybe try to order that. Addressing the lip sync videos. If you guys actually look back on the channel, you guys find some pretty funny videos. I'll just leave it at that. I used to do these lip sync videos back in high school, and it kind of kept me and my friends out of trouble. Or actually, we kind of got into some trouble, I guess, trying to film and make YouTube videos back in 2006. Literally, I was like a 17-year-old skinny kid. Had no idea what I was doing in the gym, and was trying to make gains, but didn't happen. Tried eating a ton, and now, obviously as you get older, the metabolism slows down and you gain some weight. But yeah, if you guys want to watch those videos, I'll always leave those on there. Some of them have millions of views. They're pretty ridiculous. I know they're really bad. Just remember, we weren't using iPhones to shoot music videos or lip sync videos. We were literally using like tape, okay? And editing those things took days to edit, and then upload was crazy. It took forever. So I can't even imagine what's going to happen with YouTube here in like 10 years when I look back at these videos and I'm like, man, those look like crap. But, we're having fun. So any other questions before I hop off this live? Definitely here to answer any sort of questions. I will take down that barbell brigade pre-workout. I'll look into that. Oh, one other thing. I'll just mention this. So I've talked about like workouts, dieting, all those sort of things. I tried to do like a little series last year at the end of the year of trying to do a cut. I'm just gonna kind of eat whatever. I'll be honest, like I've been eating whatever I want, and I mean that in all honesty, like eating whatever I want, whenever I want. I've not been intermittent fasting. The reason being is really I've been so kind of engulfed. Yeah, it is the life. Eating whatever you want is great. I started off 2019 with a hardcore diet, okay? It was basically Chris Gethin's, I can't remember the name of the program, but it was like an extreme trainer, and it was absolutely insane. Okay, the diets, the workouts, it was like 2-a-days every single day for 28 days, and I was traveling back and forth between LA and here. I was working on a Food Network show. I was getting up at like 4 in the morning, all these crazy things. I was tracking macros. I literally didn't even go out on New Year's last year. I didn't drink. I like gave it all up, okay? And it was very like light switch. And that's somewhat how I work sometimes. And I honestly came off of that diet and I binged. And I hated it. And this is just some real talk, guys. Like, this is why I don't recommend doing like these hardcore diets without really, taking a few weeks to really like figure out where you're even at in terms of macros and kind of being more health conscious rather than just jumping into a diet and, cutting all these things out and dropping your carbs and your fats extremely, way lower than what your body's been used to. It's going to affect you negatively. I'm just going to say that. And mentally, I think it's a bigger issue more than anything. So this year, I'm going to France. I want to eat whatever I want to eat. I'm going to eat whatever I want to eat. I do plan on trying to find a gym in Paris. I know Europe is kind of tricky, especially like French. Like, they don't have a ton of gyms. It's not a huge thing there. Like, they do a lot of walking, and that's kind of like their exercise. And they're all, majority in good shape. Unlike here in the States, like we don't do a lot of walking like they do in like Paris and Lyon is where I'll be as well. So I do plan on hitting the gym though while I am there and working out. But I just kind of want to enjoy it. And then obviously once we move, that's gonna be high stress. I just don't want to put my body into these cortisol spikes and stressing myself out. So I'm gonna kind of wait until February to really redesign how I eat and my training schedule and how I train, because right now I've just kind of been going into the gym with purpose. You know, probably 6 days a week, 5 days of like weight training, and then 6th day is like a cardio day, you know, 30-40 minutes on a Stairmaster kind of thing, and then I'll take 1 day off a week. That's kind of how my split has been. But my workouts in general have been kind of sporadic, and what I do is what I do, you know, like random, very random. So like yesterday we did legs. I did very heavy squats, but then I did, you know, hypertrophy training with, you know, the isolation movements. And then I did some kind of heavier training. You know, it's just been kind of random. I just kind of randomly do whatever I want to do. And I'd like to be more focused on being, I guess, more purpose when I'm in the gym. So I do plan on doing a lot more vlogging in 2020, guys. I don't know if you guys like that. I want to be more transparent, more open, aside from the reviews. The channel started, you know, with vlogging. I know a lot about supplementation. No, I'm not like a doctor. I'm not like certified. I didn't go to school for supplements and sports medicine or sports science. That's just not, yeah, completely honest there. But I have done a lot of research. I've seen the industry change over the last, you know, 8-9 years. It's really evolved into this huge industry, and it's crazy. Have you tried calisthenics, bodyweight training? Not a lot. You know, I used to follow a guy, I can't remember his name, Brendan. He was out of Venice, California. This is kind of my early days of following YouTube fitness influencers. I can't remember his name, Brendan. Can't remember his name. Always riding a longboard around in like Santa Monica. Moved to Denver. Big calisthenics guy. I used to watch his channel. I think that sort of stuff is great. Body weight stuff is great. I said this kind of earlier. Is, you know, we got a house, there's a 2-car garage. I would love to buy some equipment and do some of that sort of work within my home, because now I'm gonna have to drive to a gym because I don't have the apartment gym like I have here. So I potentially, maybe. I honestly, my brain has always kind of worked when it comes to the gym in a very like bodybuilding kind of mindset, even though I never wanted to be a bodybuilder, and I still don't want to be a bodybuilder. Like, I'm 100% natural. I don't plan on taking any SARMs, any sort of, you know, testosterone or hormone replacement, anything like that. I am getting a little bit older, and I can notice some of the effects of that. But you know, I'm not going to go see a doctor and get steroids or anything like that. I don't think I need it. I like my physique the way it is. I could obviously lose some weight. I do plan on trying to lose like hopefully 15, maybe 20 pounds. But that's pushing it. What's your thought on SARMs? Okay, I haven't talked about this actually on the channel, so let's do it. I don't really care if you guys do SARMs. I don't care if my friends do SARMs, as long as you're doing it in a way that's, one, safe, and two, you know, you've done your research and you're willing to accept the risks that come with it. I've potentially thought about doing it. 100%. You know, I thought, well, maybe I could help. It would help me, you know, lose some weight, help me get a little bit bigger, perform better in the gym. A lot of great benefits, but there's a lot of negatives that come with it too. And like I said, I've never taken them, so I don't really know what potentially those negatives are. I follow a couple channels. I have a friend that does it, recommended me to a website to buy them. And right now SARMs are kind of in this weird dilemma with the FDA, in terms of being pretty much prohibited completely. And yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, Katie said, you better not. So I mean, like I said, I don't really care if you guys do it. I will not judge anyone that does it, but for me personally, it's about, you know, putting things into my body, and how I feel about that. And for me personally, I just don't think it fits into what I really want to be doing. My physique and my body is not, I don't want to treat it like that, and try to like enhance my body in a way that's unnatural. That's my personal take on it though. And like I said, I have no problem with anyone that does SARMs, or bodybuilders that do, you know, hormones and all these other things. So yeah, that's interesting. I have not been asked that question yet. I was kind of waiting on it. I was potentially going to do it. I thought about it in the middle of last year of potentially doing a couple SARMs. And I'm really glad I didn't, because at that moment you really lose, you don't necessarily lose credibility, but you're using other substances that can alter how your results work. And when I'm trying to do pre-workout reviews and fat burner reviews and EAAs, BCAAs, protein, all these sort of reviews, I mean, everything can get thrown off by doing, PEDs. And, to be honest with you, some of these products that I do take, like, if you guys really do some more research on a lot of these pre-workouts, a lot of them are actually, some of them have WADA unapproved, ingredients in there. So just be aware of that, and WADA's World Anti-Doping Agency. And it's not that we're taking, testosterone or hormones, or SARMs, but it's basically a lot of like heavy stimulant stuff. And I might talk about this in a future video, just kind of break that down a little bit more, because I don't think a lot of people know, like, what sort of products are potentially on the WADA list, or, not approved for, sports and whatnot. So yeah, I don't know. That's a whole different conversation, I would say. Any other questions, comments? Don't forget, guys, enter in this contest. And this has been a long Facebook Live. It's been a fun one, though. I do plan on doing more of these, I'll be honest. I want to be more interactive. Like I said, I'm really bad with Instagram. Like, I try to reply to everything, reply to comments. It's just a lot. I don't know how these people do it. Obviously, they probably hire someone to probably deal with a lot of their, like, social media and stuff. But for me personally, it's just me here. And yeah, so anyway, anything else before I wrap this up? Yeah, okay, cool. Awesome. Well, guys, I really appreciate, you all sticking around. Appreciate you guys watching this YouTube Live. Got to get that one right. Like I said, plan on doing more of these. Stay tuned for more content. We will release a full review video again on Monday. We plan on doing the Redcom 1 pump product, and then we have one more pump product probably the Thursday after I already leave for France. And then after that, stay tuned to Instagram, guys. I post a ton on my story. That's kind of how I kind of keep up to date with how things go. It's just really quick and easy for me to do. And with that being said, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe and bell for notifications. And as always, we'll see you in the next one. See you guys.